Hey everyone, Ryan from Ebike Escape, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I actually got this idea from a few viewers who asked how I film my electric bike reviews, what kind of camera I am using, how do I get the shots that look like they're almost impossible. So I'm going to go through those in this video, share all the equipment that I use for recording both on and off my electric bike. Now I should caveat this with I am not a professional when it comes to video equipment or audio. I am still very much learning. Hopefully, if you're a long-time viewer of this channel, you have noticed my reviews improve a little bit. So with that, let's talk about everything I use to film the videos that you watch. The camera I use the most, probably not surprising, is a GoPro. I went with the GoPro Max. This is a 360-degree camera, and there are a few different reasons for going with the GoPro over, for instance, at least the earlier models of the Insta360. Mainly, I was more familiar with GoPro. It looked like their editing software might be a little bit easier for a beginner to use, and I also really liked that the GoPro Max has a screen so I can see what's in frame, especially if I'm using it in regular GoPro mode, not using the 360 feature. If you aren't familiar with 360 cameras, basically they have a camera on both sides, as you can see here, and then there's that screen that I talked about. And this is how I get the footage where it looks like someone is literally riding right next to me. I've paired the GoPro Max with this pole from Ram Mounts. Now this is a pretty expensive pole, comes in at just over $100. Now in my early electric bike reviews, I actually used a GoPro stick and I held on to this while I was riding, but I quickly realized that really wasn't safe. And I also wasn't able to get up to the full speed that some of these bikes were capable of, just because I was worried about losing my camera and dropping a $500 360 camera. So what's really great about this Ram mount is it's totally adjustable. It simply clamps on to wherever you want on the bike. I'll show you that here in just a second. And it's just worth demonstrating just how the Ram mount can attach to the bike in various spots. So for instance, if I want to get more of the rear of the bike, I can clamp the Ram mount here. And then because this is fully adjustable, I can loosen this up and, for instance, show you motor noise or perhaps the rear derailleur. Really handy. I can also capture images from behind, simply attaching to the seat post. I also put it out here on the front fork pretty frequently, and you can angle it whichever way you want. And it is nice with the GoPro Max, I can choose what camera I want to use if I'm not using the 360 functionality, but of course the 360 functionality is where it really shines, because basically I can set the pole wherever I want and then I can pick the frame exactly where I want to use it in the video. So definitely by far something I will not go without when I'm looking to film while I'm riding. So before I got the Ram mount, I did use this GoPro stick, and I'm actually going to move to this shortly. It helps me get some shots around the bike a little bit easier. It's a little bit smaller, and of course it adjusts, and it also folds out if you want to set it in position. So next we have the tripod made by Amazon Basics, just a cheap tripod, and I actually use this to film the intro of this video. And you can see here I have the Zuon. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that 100% correctly. This is a simple gimbal that you can actually attach your phone. Again, this is how I filmed the intro using my Pixel 3a. That's what I use for all my photos as well. Nothing too fancy on the camera front. What I really like about the gimbal is I can actually just screw it on here, but if I want to instead use my GoPro for filming, I can simply use an attachment, and this raises up if I need to get a higher shot. And this actually is an older model that Zuon used to sell. I'm not sure if they sell it anymore. I think I paid around $50 for it, but I have used this in the past to get some of the close-ups of the electric bikes. For instance, if I'm doing a photo montage or a video montage, this works really well to smooth out the video. And finally, we have my chest harness. As I mentioned, the GoPro can be used in regular GoPro mode where you decide what camera side to use. So I can use this, wear it on my chest, and this is how I get some of the riding footage that you see on my channel. And as far as recording my voice, I've started to use this Sony voice recorder. I found that plugging in a microphone to my phone just wasn't working. This gives me some more options, so it comes through a little bit better. Hopefully you can tell even how I'm speaking now that it sounds better than some of my previous videos. I hope you found this video interesting, especially if you're one of the few folks who have commented on my videos asking how I get these shots. I appreciate if you've been sticking with me as I've upgraded my equipment and learned a little bit at least about recording better videos and producing better content. I'll have a list of all the products I talked about today, as well as a link to my electric bike accessories list, as well as my favorite electric bike deals page in the description below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Really appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one.